Pedagogical approaches to graduate education in learning experience design using immersive technologies online. My name is Doug Wilson. I am an assistant professor at George Mason University in the learning technologies area. And if you have any questions after the presentation, please feel free to reach out to me. Now, an introduction and a little bit of background. We have a really beautiful campus. Even though I work 100% online, I know from these pictures that it is beautiful. Many years ago, I actually visited the campus and know that it's beautiful. But for the last 10 months I've been working at Mason, I've been 100% online. I was hired during the COVID-19 pandemic, so all of my interview experience happened virtually at a distance 1,000 miles away in Texas, where I am making this recording. So, George Mason University, very interesting place, cutting edge. Mason is the largest public research university in Virginia, and this bit of background is important because context matters when doing instructional design or learning experience design. The courses and the materials for learning that are developed really, in my opinion, can only be as good as the context that either allows that learning experience design to succeed or doesn't allow it to succeed. So we're located in Fairfax, Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C. We have about 40,000 students. They come from all over the world, 130 countries. And then we have multiple undergraduate programs, master's programs, doctoral programs. And then there is the Scalia School of Law. Times Higher Education voted us the best U.S. university under 50 years of age. So, what else makes George Mason University special? Well, we are focused not only on research, but on teaching. Mason delivers a transformative learning experience. That's why we're ranked 13th public university for innovation by US News. We are focused on learning that is experiential, global, and technology rich. And then the university also provides ample opportunities for faculty and students to collaborate on campus or online through the Mason Innovation Exchange and through other hubs for innovation. So core values are important. If context matters, we know values at the organization also matter. So here are a couple of points that went into this instructional design that fueled my passion to redesign this course rather, Edit 772. We are a capital area, National Capital Region, public comprehensive research university, and we are focused and committed on creating a more just, free, and prosperous world. So, one of the ways you do that is by developing excellent training programs and learning experiences for students, whatever the discipline. The other thing is that you need to know that learning is not only considered to be transformative, the Mason learning experience, but again, it's experiential, global, and technology rich. And as part of this strategic plan, it's number one. So we're heavily focused and invested not only in our students and our faculty, but also on the learning experience, which is why people come to Mason to learn and to teach. So let's talk a little bit about immersive learning in this course. It's called Edit 772 Virtual Worlds, Augmented Reality, and Gaming Applications. It is 100% online and asynchronous, and the course, when it launches for the first time in this iteration in fall, the second part of fall 2022, it'll be 7.5 weeks. So we're going to be focused in Edit 772 not only on the technology, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but on problems of practice. You know, from our values and our culture, we want our students to be able to take action and to bring positive change to the world. So one of the ways that we're going to get at immersive technologies is by exploring first problems of practice in higher education, in K-12, or in organizations. But most of the focus will be on higher education and in workplace settings. And problems of practice, of course, are problems that exist in all organizations which defy easy solutions, but are really crying out for solutions among the people who work within these organizations or these institutions. So that's what we're going to share with our students. Problems of practice, looking at a couple of case studies, and then how those situations can be resolved through the use of immersive technologies and good instructional design. Speaking of design, this course is going to include a Tim Brown style design thinking workshop. Tim Brown is the IDEO chief who put together some of the well-known materials on design thinking. So we're going to put our students through an online asynchronous design thinking workshop. Students are also going to have two big opportunities where they're going to do technology explorations or technology deep dives with AR, VR, and UX. And they're going to explore technologies, just for example, uh, technologies such as BlipR, 360-degree video, which is widely available to anyone with a current smartphone, and then Meta or the Horizon Workspace. There are a laundry list of tools students will have access to. There's even two places on campus where they can actually go check out VR headsets and some of the more robust uh, immersive technology tools that don't necessarily work well online. But all students, whether they're online in the class or they have access to the campus or one of the Mason campuses, these tools are going to be available to them and they can use them to solve the problems of practice. They are going to do reflections in VoiceThread. Students complained previously about not having enough social presence online. And then we're going to do a diversity and inclusion unit, which is going to focus on a case study at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in the 70s and 80s, in which they wanted to recruit more disadvantaged people and underrepresented minorities to NASA. And so they went out and hired Uhura, Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek, the original show, and became involved with her in a design project to recruit underrepresented minorities. And so students are actually going to look at the actual NASA design documents and reflect on them and talk about them. So the last step in all of this, of course, is to evaluate the course once it runs through surveys and then bring about some changes based on what the students tell us about the course. That's it. Thanks for joining.